Hi guys, welcome to my niece TV Zealots. Tonight we watched Good Girls pilot episode on NBC, and we're gonna go ahead and have a reaction. My name is Denise, and my partner in crime is Mary. Mary, say hi.
Hi, so glad you guys are here watching with us. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to our channel so you can be notified of other videos that we're doing. Denise, why don't you take this away?
Okay, so let's jump right into it. First, I was kind of worried about this show because I was like, are they just gonna be robbing banks every week? Like, what is going on? Or, what's gonna happen? Anyway, they kick us off and we meet the ladies, Annie, Ruby, and Beth. Now, Beth is married to her husband. He owns a car dealership. He's doing the most. He's cheating and, just not paying the bills. It's just all kind of craziness. And Beth is kind of like the Stepford wife, and she's at home with the 4 children, making their lunches, and how it is. And yeah, that's her life. And so then Annie is Beth's sister. She had a baby at like 17 with her boyfriend or whatever. He has since moved on, and they have, he's gonna be suing her for custody of their child. Now they said she is figuring things out, but I'm thinking it seems like it's a trans boy. Or, you know what? Let me not mislabel it, and they kept calling, he presents as a boy to me, but they kept saying she is figuring out. So I'm assuming they had a girl who wants or believes that he should have been a boy. I don't know. They didn't really explain it or go into it. So that's why I don't really have any details about it. This is an assumption. Anyway, moving right along. They're going to be suing her, Annie, for custody because she's kind of like, yeah, she's a hot, trashy mess. She works at the, convenience store. Like, I was about to say she's trying, but she could try a little harder. Yes.
Okay.
And so, lastly, we meet Ruby. Now, Ruby, her and her husband seem to be kind of like have a good, solid relationship. And he's a police officer, or no, I'm sorry, he's a security guard. And he wants to be a police officer, and she is a waitress at a diner. And so they're just, doing what they can to make ends meet. And they have a sick daughter. They have 2 kids, a son, and then a daughter, Sarah, who has all kinds of issues, kidney failure, like just sick. And so, they're trying to, she's in the office, in the doctor's office, trying to, advocate for her child. And you just see how these doctors are not listening to her, and just, he's over here talking about the next case with the nurse while she's trying to find out if her child is, eligible for this new drug. And then he just busts out like, look, that new drug is $10,000 per, month. Are you going to be able to, you're not going to be, no, he's like, you're not going to be able to afford that. And she's like, I don't know. Let me talk to my husband. We might can swing it. He's like, yeah, honey. And I'm the Easter bunny. Like that was his attitude about it. And anyway.
That is awkward.
Yeah. I will say this. There were laughs in between all of these, these things going on. And so it was, I would say it was funny. Anyway, they come up with this idea just out of the blue from Annie. She's like, yeah, you know what? We could just rob a grocery store. Like, it's not even really a crime. She's like, you know, we could pick up 30 grand, give or take, or whatever. So at first, Beth was like, oh, girl, you crazy. And then Annie, is that her name? No, Ruby. Ruby was like, no. Well, first she was playing along, but then when everything got serious, like, and Beth found out she was about to lose her house because her husband's over here just spending all his money on this side piece and acting a fool.
Wow.
And so she's like, look, we gotta rob this grocery store. So,
oh my
God. And then Ruby's like, oh no, like, you must be crazy. I was joking. Anywho, they robbed the store and they're about to get away with it. But then Annie got her little tramp stamp. Anyway. And so her sleazy, creepy, nasty boss. Yeah, he's all of that. He had saw the tattoo because she was bent over, you know, doing some work or whatever. And so then he's back. I don't know why they sent her back there. It didn't make sense to me. But they sent her back there to, you know, get the money out of the vault. And so he's going too slow. And she's like, oh, he's playing around. So she moves him out of the way to get more money faster. And then he, of course, she bends over and he sees the tattoo. Now I'm like, okay, he's so sleazy. He's not gonna tell on her because he wants her to, you know, help him with his problem, his horny problem.
Yeah, blackmail.
And so the kid walks in when she's about to, you know, romance him a little, as he called it.
Gotcha.
And so she kicks him out. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be back. Whatever. I got this change anyway. And so yeah, things are going smoothly other than that. And so she's like, yeah, that's a huge other than that, Denise. But yeah, things are going smoothly. And so Beth was able to save her house. Ruby was able to get her daughter the treatment. And that scene was so, can I say, when she went to the other specialists to talk to her, and she's like pulling out the papers and it's about this drug, and you know, and the lady just holds her hand and she's like, take a breath.
Yeah.
And she takes a breath and just starts crying and oh my God. But anyway, she's able to get her kid on this, you know, drug. So everything is going well. And then all of a sudden, Beth comes home to find 3 gangsters in her house. Now, mind you, when they got back, they thought they were going to have 30 grand, but they ended up with, was it $1 million or anyway, a whole lot more than the 30 grand. And Beth, no, not Beth. Ruby was like, oh no, this is shady. Like, this is a shady business. This is a shady grocery store. No grocery store have all this money in the vault. They didn't listen to her. Anyway, what's his name from Graceland walks up in there like, Johnny. Johnny from Graceland walks in there like, yeah, you know, you got my money now. I'm gonna need you to get your girls over here, you know, because we need to talk about this. And he's basically telling them, get me my money or else.
Wow.
I'm kind of glad this happened because I'm like, okay, I didn't want to see her trying to, you know, have her boss trying to, I didn't want to see that. But this I'm interested in. So then he tells them they have a few days to get his money back because they spent a little bit of it.
Right.
And so Annie, Beth, and Ruby all are trying to figure out what they're gonna do to get this money back. And then so Beth leaves, and not Beth. Ruby leaves, and Beth is in the shower. And then of course the creepy boss comes back over and tries to rape her because she's like, we already got to get this money back. I'm not sleeping with you. Get out. And so, yeah, he tries to rape her, and then Beth. Annie is the one who's about to get raped. Beth comes out and she threatens him, tells him to leave, and he's like, we were just having fun, blah 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 blah. And she's like, she wasn't having fun. She was screaming, no, stop, don't. And so he's like about to leave. Then he's like, oh no, you have a toy gun. Then he started talking crazy about how he's gonna go to the police and tell them everything, blah 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 blah. And Beth knocks him over the head. So I'm like, there goes assault with a deadly weapon, And so
wow.
If that wasn't enough, he's like, oh, and he comes after our charges and then knocks into the table. So then he's out. Like, they're like, is he dead? Like, oh my God, what are we gonna do?
Wow.
And Beth is like, well, we know what we ain't gonna do. We ain't going to the police.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, a hot stinking mess. Now there's a murder, and there's, they have to get this money for Rio, and it's a whole bunch going on. Meanwhile, Ruby's husband, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. I was too focused on the ladies, but he is now going to be a police officer. He just got accepted into the academy. So I'm like, oh my God, this on top of all of this, for them to find out that his wife, I hope they don't find out.
That's funny.
It is. It was hilarious. Like I said, it was funny. And I felt like some parts were slow moving, but for the most part, I enjoyed the episode, and I definitely would watch again.
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. Let us know if you guys enjoyed the episode as well. That is hilarious.
Okay, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a great night. Bye.